So, hi everybody.
Hi.
Oh yeah, everybody got their preference of drinks?
My shoulder's still broken, it hurts.
From what? Snap, Instagramming and biking?
I didn't break my shoulder blade when I was Instagramming. I wasn't all by myself. The cops showed up.
Do you need me to call the cops?
Dude, I fucking hate that guy. No, the
Sorry,
cop.
I was in the middle of editing that last episode, so I was like... So, Timothy.
God damn
Madison.
it. What? I had a long day. It's about to get longer.
Welcome to episode 8 of Thoughts of Madmen. I'm your host, Doug.
I'm Maddie.
Hola. ¿Qué pasa?
His name is something in Mexican.
Timoteo.
Timoteo. You must be related to Maverick. He's Spanish.
We'll get to that later.
But, so, episode 8, I say you can catch our video on YouTube, audio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and our highlights up on TikTok with a few behind-the-scenes things here and there as well. You good? Good. And so, how you guys been? It's been
2 weeks.
2 weeks, so.
Jesus, time flies when you're not having fun.
I feel like a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. Just like...
Same, like arbitrary stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just...
And big stuff.
I'll be honest. I don't remember anything from the last 2 weeks.
It's just been a blur.
Childcare, dealing with family drama, work, drinking, a lot of food. Oh, Eagles are still undefeated. I remember that. Go Birds.
Let's go Bears! Anyway.
Is that who we're playing next? They're gonna lose.
Isn't
No, different
hockey?
sports.
Colts? Oh, yeah.
Hurting
Well, there's
Bears.
a Bears, there's Chicago Bears, man. I ain't talking about...
Oh yeah, there's this Bears on the football realm.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I was like, what the fuck?
Tim, what's wrong, brother?
I haven't eaten since 9 a.m. And
Do you want a hug?
I've been driving since 8
He
a.m.
needs a hug.
I'll give you some tuna helper.
Fucking disgusting.
It's delicious.
A hug or tuna helper? Or both?
I mean, he's basically a giant teddy bear, so I'll take a hug, but
that's
that's
true.
not helper. Not when you make that fucking face. I don't know where those fingers have been.
These are spirit fingers.
Hell?
You just sounded like a fucking
Healthy.
supervillain from Disney. Do it again. These are spirit fingers with that voice. And then edit it so that you look like a Disney.
These are spirit fingers.
Evil Mickey, right there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's gonna haunt my dreams later. Nightmares. There's nightmares.
Get
Speaking
my,
Disney Dreamlight Valley, the game, have it on Switch. Terribly glitchy. Do not recommend. Kind of recommend? Not really.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Dreamlight Valley, yeah. It's like Animal Crossing, but Disney.
Oh.
And one of the first characters you meet, obviously, besides Merlin, is Mickey.
I'm good. I'll stick with Red Dead,
Yeah.
but I like shooting people in the face.
Dead red.
Not in real life, because I would never do that in real life.
I absolutely would.
For legal reasons, Tim would never do that.
I would never do that in real life.
Let's play
Anyway.
paintball.
Oh, we should play. That's fun. I love paintball. Yeah, that's what I mean. If I ever shoot somebody in the face, it's paintballing.
We should take the whole broadcast team.
I've been telling you this whole time. I want to do a whole fucking podcast on the road. Let's go to like a venue. Let's go hiking. Let's do something outside of...
Vlog podcast.
Yeah. The crossover.
podcast.
A crop...
A crop over?
A crossover. No, crossover. I got distracted. But what do you call it?
I said a vlogcast.
A vlogcast. I like it. Let's do a vlogcast crossover. I can't speak. I need more alcohol. That'll help. Oh, my shoulder. I haven't taken pain meds since 8 a.m.
Are we cheersing our coffee and, and drink of choice beverage? There we go.
Nice. Man.
Yeah, I haven't taken pain meds since this morning, so my broken shoulder blade kind of hurts. Only a lot, though, so it's okay.
I feel that. And so, well, oh God, I choked on my own coffee. Or
I
was
thought
that
you were
spit?
vomit. I wasn't sure what was going on.
No, I went to speak and then a like a liquid wad of either coffee or spit or mix, like, I went down the wrong hole.
Nice.
It was terrible, but it stopped me in my tracks. So following up from last week, though, notification. What are some of your favorite made-up or on-the-spot curse words?
Twat muffin. It's insulting, but adorable.
I do cunt muffin.
It's actually on my bucket list to go to Australia and call people cunts because it's allowed there.
It's allowed everywhere. It's just frowned upon less there.
Okay, well, you know what I mean.
Watch this.
I swear to God.
You're cunt.
You thought I was gonna throw my phone at you?
Well, it was more that I was worried about the coffee and less about my body.
Fair enough. You remember when you had that piece of shit car, Melvin?
Yes.
And you had we were getting alcohol, but there was a full big ass large pizza in there, and you didn't lock the car doors, and I was just like, dude, we were going into the liquor store, and I'm like, dude, don't you want to lock your door?
I didn't own Melvin when we could drink.
Then what were we doing? Well, we were going somewhere, into some store, to get something, but there was a full big ass pizza in the back seat. And I was like, man, don't you want to lock your doors? Because you just walked away and didn't lock it.
Right.
And you're like, oh yeah, that's right, the pizza's in there. I'm like, that like wasn't my concern, but
I'm still watching you smell the mic.
look at how big his beak is.
So.
So calm, motherfucker.
She'll never make a straight face for the rest of the episode.
No, I'm still stuck on the curse word thing because I don't really. I
Try it.
just say your general curse words.
No. Take a curse word.
Yes, be creative. Have fun with it.
Take a curse word and a random ass item. Anything. Look around the room. Think of an item that you see.
You sword shit.
Yeah, like. Maybe not that.
I don't know. I usually just call people fuckface or like.
There you go. That's one. Yeah, that counts.
God or whatever. But I like.
Not very creative,
I'm
but-
transported back in time to the commercial where.
Lint liquor.
Lint liquor, yeah. Not a curse word, but
You cutie
always
queen.
hilarious.
That was one of my favorite commercials.
Lint liquor. Yeah.
Was that for gum?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will happily redo that commercial if they sponsor this podcast. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Just saying.
Can I be the Southern lady?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be Maddie and I being the ones that calling each other names. And you're like the host lady that pops up with the gum, like Orbits. Like.
Just my amazing.
Get you the flight attendant outfit and everything.
The wings.
Blonde wig. Oh yeah.
I don't know about that.
Your onesie's coming. It shipped. I got a thing the other day.
Onesies?
Yes.
You mean ours? You order yourself one, right?
Yeah, but I had to order mine after yours, so.
Well, then I'll just wait till you get yours.
Yeah, but.
What kind of onesie is it again?
It's an adult male onesie.
Is there like what color? I mean, like what patterns?
Black.
Okay, so we're gonna rock the onesies on this episode.
Oh my god.
Yes, there was a whole bit about these male onesies
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
episode 6.
they're probably super comfortable, but like,
maybe 7,
I just.
5.
Why do you always drag me into these? You remember the fucking the cowgirl, bar wench from Hershey Park? You got me into. You remember that was your idea, and I know nothing about it until we actually did it.
So technically, it wasn't my idea.
It was the ex, whatever.
You worked there with your ex.
Yeah.
And I was like, look. She was very encouraging. And I was like, in a fucking why not mood.
You have to look up a photo for
Oh, for reference
purposes?
Because
nobody's going to know what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, most of the audience listens on Spotify, so they don't see the visual.
Well, there's still video on Spotify, so they can suck a dick.
But Spotify is the one technically sponsoring and paying and all that. So I listen to it in my car. And then my dad listens to it 12.5 times.
Oh my gosh. That's one thing that you think about. You're like, oh my gosh, parents, people you know, listening to this shit. And
I tell when I drive for the ride sharing service, I tell them I produce a podcast and everything else.
That's exciting though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the podcast. I'm proud of what we produce here. Even if it's random as fuck.
It is random as fuck.
I feel like they all start that way until you find a specific groove or niche.
I feel like that would be an insult. Beer tits.
Beer tits.
Why are we just jump back to that?
Imagine them just being fucking missiles.
I envision that as one of Katy Perry's costumes.
Yes, I can see that. She's married to Orlando Bloom. It still throws me off.
He deserves better. I don't like her.
Mainly because I know you care about your appearance. I want to let you know.
I swear to God.
Glasses are slightly crooked.
I don't give a fuck. These weren't the ones in the accident, were they? No, I bought new ones.
I don't know. You can check Instagram.
I just yeah, baby, yeah.
My elbow just cracked. Look, I'm tired. We gotta stop doing this in the middle of the night.
This is the only time I can do it.
It's like midnight, dude. I'm tired.
For the record,
it is 7:43.
It is 7:43.
I'm an old man.
Eastern Standard Time.
Which brings us to another point.
God.
What old person things do you do?
What?
That is.
She must have added.
Oh shit!
I didn't add anything. That is strictly from Doug.
What
I
old
added
people
one thing,
things?
and it was the middle finger emoji.
I fucking hate teenagers. No, actually, teenagers ain't bad. It's college kids. Fucking hate college kids. Little whippersnappers. Need their asses beat.
I go to bed exceptionally early with tea and a book.
Hot tea and a book does sound pretty nice. What kind of tea?
Depends on the night.
Mint. If you're going to sleep, it's gotta be
mint is nice.
Catnip.
That's true.
Catnip tea.
I have had catnip tea.
Most people haven't had
I like
catnip
ginseng.
tea. I haven't had ginseng.
I do.
I'm a sucker for catnip and chai.
Chai. Yep, I have loose leaf chai.
In the winter, yeah. I use chai in the morning, but
I
mint
have
at night.
ambrosia tea as well.
Never had that either. Wow, I'm missing out.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought like 5 new bags of coffee from different stores, and I just haven't.
Gotta get fresh lemons, squeeze some of that in there, some honey.
Yeah.
I like tea, and I'm like.
Listen, I have my coffee in the morning, but
Coffee, tea, alcohol, just not water. I don't like water.
Anything but water.
Yeah, honestly.
Best thing for you.
It's me. What the fuck?
Listen, you think that alcohol is the adult drink when you grow up, but like once you're an adult and you really
Tea
are
and
adulting,
coffee.
like water is the true adult drink.
That's fair.
Oh, I haven't grown up that yet. Then. Water's disgusting.
Listen, just keep drinking tea because tea has water as a part of it. So
No, I actually get those little flavor drop things and put them in water. I'm still
Like
drinking.
Neos.
Yeah, I'm still drinking water. So
Dude.
loophole.
I'm just saying.
You gotta make it taste.
To this day, it is this weird. Pet peeve's not the right word because I don't have an issue with it. But like from the time we were teenagers, of like your mom bringing home Gatorade and you refusing to drink water, like you just don't do water, and I'm like I do not understand. Because
I will do water when I'm extremely thirsty.
But like sometimes nothing hits like a good cold.
Yeah, after I'm done working out or when I go for a run.
That is true.
Or if I'm hiking in the mountains, like.
Oh, and I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm like.
Yeah. We're in the middle of the night and I'm like, water. But if it's the middle of the day or in the night, like, no, just give me alcohol. I drink more alcohol than anything else, so like. Look. Listen. We're all gonna die of something.
True. He's gonna die of dehydration.
No. He will die of fucking stubbornness.
By way of dehydration.
That would be the Mennonite in me. That's what my mom was. That's my grandma.
The what?
Shut up! Don't go
The
there.
Men at Night and you.
Anyway, he's gonna do it.
Woo!
Men of Night.
Spicy. You.
Only in your mind.
Man, here to deliver you a pizza.
I don't get the reference.
Oh, I'll show you what the reference is.
I'm very confused.
You want to see my batarang?
Dude,
It's in my utility belt.
Isn't that a Skrillex
You can
song?
take it off.
Oh, no.
I feel like
It's not.
I know the reference. I just don't. Do you understand what he's?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm doing a Batman roleplay. You're gonna take this
Well,
outfit
that's
off.
the Man of the Night. Batman.
Have you seen the Batman, the new one? That was really good. That was a good fucking. That was the best Batman movie. I don't care, all you Christian Bale, the Dark Knight fanboys, overrated as fuck. The trilogy was so overrated. The only good.
Say that right into the camera.
The trilogy was overrated. I'm just saying, the only good thing about that whole trilogy were the villains and the character arc. That was it. They were basically in fucking Manhattan.
You know what I like the most about it?
The Bat voice was atrocious. The villains are the only reason they were worth watching.
Can I
Just saying.
give a popular opinion? I think Batman is the most ridiculous, boring. The voice always. You're like, the voice was ridiculous.
Go
I
watch
think
the new Batman.
was always
Go watch the new Batman
ridiculous.
movie because he does like a creepy like whisper, but not like just
Really?
watch the new one. Okay, so are you familiar with
Wait, hold
comics?
up. What kind of creepy whisper?
I'm not gonna fucking do it on.
What? Do your best.
No, I almost did it. No,
No, you did your
just watch the fucking movie.
Hold
It's
on,
so
can
good.
I try?
No,
like, I haven't
time-
seen it. Can I guess a couple whispers?
Do a couple different versions. I'll tell you if you haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't. Hey, little mama, let me
No,
whisper.
no. See, if you're not gonna take it seriously, come on, man. Take it seriously. Come on.
Let me tell you something you might like to hear.
All right. Well, anyway, since he doesn't want to be fucking serious
I'm not familiar
ever.
with the comics.
So have
Answer
you?
the question,
Okay.
but
You what?
I know the basis of
All
Batman.
right, so you know year 2. You know in every comic book there's like different versions of characters, right? Like Spider-Man, there's the Amazing Spider-Man, the Neighborhood Friendly, the Ultimate. There's all these different versions of the same. Yes.
Yeah.
And Batman, there's obviously same with every other character. So the Batman we see in the new Robert Pattinson Batman movie was year 2. Basically explaining that this is literally his second year as Batman. He's a noob at it, which is why he fucks up half the time.
Ah, he's a little
Gets his ass beat.
baddie.
Right, so anyway, I swear to God, my mind is like a fucking encyclopedia organized, and his is scrambled
You
fucking
need
eggs.
both, though. You have to have both. That's why it's been fun for so long, because
Do the spatula
Works.
on the eggs. Let's make some dippy.
Why would you guys say that?
Give me the toast.
Don't ever say "give you the dippy" ever again. Look in the camera and say "give me the dippy."
I thought,
Give me the dippy.
It's so gross.
I thought
Anyway.
it make dippy.
God damn it.
Either
Can we?
way,
No, I'm sorry. Could
So
a little pepper, a little spice.
he does his bad voice is not like Christian Bale's, where it's like I talk like this. I fucking hate Christian Bale's bad voice, and it got worse as each movie.
pretty aggressive.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. But Robert Pattinson's bad voice is very like. Oh, it sounds almost like he's recording himself, and making like a
Like more raspy.
ASMR?
yeah, he's like making like a voice memo.
He talks like this. I've been on the streets for 5 hours tonight, and the crime is getting...
Like that. It's like that's his bad voice.
Nice.
It's a good film to watch. Definitely recommend if you like that type of stuff. And the new, like I said, the new Black Adam, I saw that like yesterday. Was that yesterday? Oh, Saturday. I saw it Saturday. That was definitely worth watching too. What are the movies that you said there's a couple that you want to watch?
There's a bunch of previews I've seen for stuff coming out. I don't remember what they're called, to be clear. I just know I want to see a bunch of movies that are coming out.
You'll have to look them up. Let's go, dude. Let's go sometime. You know what we should do? How long has it been since we've got a whole bunch of people and gone out and did something? I know you and me fucking tight on bills, but like...
Like an entire group of people.
Let's get a whole group. Everyone pays their own way, or if they're couples, they can pay for each other. Fucking whatever. Good for them. But like, let's get a group and just go out for a movie and dinner, and that's it.
So I've learned as an adult, for each person we add to this event, we have to schedule another month out.
Yeah.
So for 2 people, it's a month out. For 3 people, it's 2
Well,
months out.
dude, let's
4
plan it
people,
because
3 months out.
I'm not going to be here very long, dude. As soon as I get my license, I'm leaving again. I'm dipping the fuck out. I'm also thinking I'm probably going to go to Florida this time, maybe South Carolina. What?
Florida.
Why?
Florida's overrated.
It is. That's why I like going down to the Carolinas, but I also like, fuck it. Should I go out west? Should I go like way far fucking out west? I can't, dude. I need my pain meds. I can't lift my shoulder.
Ooh, this
You
one's
wanna lick
way
it?
better.
Huh?
What?
What?
You want me to lick it?
What?
Lick the shoulders.
Where do you look at?
No. Did I tell you what happened with the tick?
Yes.
Yes.
That was in this past episode.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, you don't want to lick it back there, bro. I mean, it's not infected. I don't think I got Lyme disease, so that's
I'll
cool.
add some mocha flavoring to it.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why are you... Stop talking about licking me. First of all,
Call that girl Bojangles. Licky licky.
Bojangles sucks.
Mr. Bojangles? That's
No,
what it's all.
Bojangles is shit.
Mr.
There's a lot of
Bojangles.
Bojangles down where I was living in North Carolina.
Bojangles is
Isn't
They
that like,
suck.
Isn't that like
It's a fast food
Popeyes,
place.
but
Yeah,
like
it's
chicken.
it's not good. Which Popeyes isn't good either.
Tell you what is good? Jollibee.
Jollibee, I haven't heard that. Where's the
Filipino.
where's it at?
I know there's one in Virginia. They have, you know how like McDonald's has apple pies? They have mango ones.
Have you ever been to a Checkers?
Wonderful. I have not.
Checkers are down south. I find a lot in Virginia and Maryland. But there's actually one in Lancaster now, and I'm happy about it.
Jollibee
They-
also has hollow hollow.
Checkers is really good. Check them out sometime.
Nice. Checkers.
Checkers. Small little joint, but yeah. It used to be drive-through only, but now apparently you can walk inside, so.
For the record, I, for the life of me, cannot think of any intentional old man things I do.
You want to go first, or should I?
You ever just walk around with your hands behind your back?
No.
No, that's an old man thing. Oh,
No, he
do you
does.
grunt every time you stand up?
Yes, I do that.
Okay. What was your question?
Do you grunt every time you stand up?
Yes.
That's an old man thing.
That's fair. I also grunt every time I sit down.
Do you have a general disdain for the young ones of today, like Gen Z?
No, I have an appreciation for them.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're not
I
quite there
don't
yet.
like them, but I can appreciate some of their ideology.
Do you know that there are kids just going around art galleries and just like
Yes, I've seen
flinging
that.
tomato sauce and mashed potatoes
Fucking
and
hate
stuff on
humans.
these paintings?
The Mona Lisa and a couple other ones, yeah.
And they're doing it to like raise awareness about climate change or something like that. But I'm
You're
like,
like, fuck this painting. In all ways, it hurts the environment. What?
I think it's for the shock value because they know that that's what's going to get attention.
It gets eyes on, but I don't feel
I
like
can
it makes a point.
understand it, but at the same time, really? Like, art.
Yeah.
Art is just as important, you know, like art, music, like all the kind of those kinds of things. As in just, I don't know, screaming on the museum steps or something. Don't be flinging shit at paintings.
I feel that.
What's your take on that? Remember I told you how when I have kids, whether they're adopted or naturally birthed, but my kids will want for nothing, but they will work for fucking everything. I think we talked about this before. My kids will get $10 per fucking chore. Take out the laundry, here's $10. And by that point, money shouldn't be too big of an issue for me because I'm not gonna adopt and be a single dad until money isn't an issue. But
I will not pay them more than minimum wage for chores.
that's fair.
But,
$5? I can do $5.
but
By that point, it probably will be $10.
up from 1st to 12th grade, their number one job is to be a good student. I say if they choose to drop out, again, that's on them. If they choose to go to college, that's on them. But their number one job up to that point is to be a good student and me to help them be a good person. I say, now I'm not going to pay them for that because a job like that is its own reward. Like I'm not going to pay necessarily for good grades. I've thought about it and I've gone back and forth on this, but this is where I'm at now. However, when they get to the age where chores aren't an extra, yes, there will be a certain allowance for based on the amount of chores and difficulty of the chores that they do as they get older. Because at the end of the day, me as a business owner, right now I still mow my own lawn, I clean my own house, etc. But there's going to come a time where the value of that time exceeds what I can do myself, and so it's worth paying someone else to
Time
do
is
it.
money.
And so if I can give that job to my kids first, I'm going to do that. I said, I'm totally okay paying for help once I make enough money that it makes sense to. I say, because they're allowing me then more time to go do what I love, or to pick up another client, or to spend more time on them, something they want to do, or as a family. Paying for chores, totally cool with it. Just has to be the right age.
It also teaches work ethic and the
Yeah.
fact that you should be compensated for the work that you do at a fair.
And the reason I say I won't pay minimum wage is because I also want to teach them about finances, and they're going to hit an age where it makes sense for them to quit chores and go get a job.
That's a good way to do it.
Because
For
they're
me,
going
I
to
was
want to do more.
Yeah. Well, for me, I was thinking kids want something, right? Like my nephews always want something. My mom just bought them 2 Eagles jerseys. I mean, they're off Amazon, but still, it's like she dropped $100 because there's 2 of them, and it's like, yeah, it's
I don't
like.
have to tell you, kids are
And
expensive.
I'm like, did you do anything to earn it? And he's like, no. I'm like, that's my brother's raising of these kids, these children. But that's what I was like. When I have kids, they're gonna want something. Like, my kid's gonna be a fucking adrenaline junkie, knowing me, hanging out with me. So I'm like, he's probably gonna want a BMX bike. All right, there's $120. I guess you better do 12 chores. Pay for it yourself.
Well, that's
It'll
the thing.
take all of a week, honestly.
When they out earn their chores and they go get an actual job.
And that
I'm
is
already
smart.
paying the money out, so then I can just hire another company anyway.
There you go.
Except I'm not paying my
And
kids.
speaking of earning things, are there moments in your life like where you're just like doing stuff around the house or whatever? Like I was talking to Donnie the other day, and it was weekend, not working, whatever. I cleaned the house the day prior, and he's like, "Woman, like, will you just sit down?" And I was like, "I can't. I have to earn it." And so I'm like,
Yes.
I'm sitting in the
Oh,
house and I'm doing laundry. I'm like, I have to earn this.
I think a
have to
trauma
earn my
response
time.
too.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like the quote unquote like good old days. There's like 2 years or that year and a half where we had that little group, like of friends always
Yeah.
hanging out. And
Fuck those people.
like one of the things I explained during that time frame was like, one, I still lived at home. Like every
Yeah.
dollar I made was expendable. Whereas now every dollar I make needs to go towards something. It's not
It's like
expendable.
19 versus almost 30. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And so there's a big difference in how I handle money to be able to just say, fuck it. Like, no, that's a calculated thought. Especially working just for myself. Like,
And a lot of times it's gone before it even comes in.
yeah.
It's accounted for.
It's like a lot of people don't understand that. But and granted, I go by the whole pay yourself first method. I was talking about this with some other friends too, but like, I get paid a percentage of what I make goes straight into investments before I pay bills. And I'm like, because in the long term it pays off way better. I said, even if I've got debt, which obviously I do, like, it's just more worthwhile to pay yourself first.
That's something I should start doing because all my money goes to bills and debt. And
How do you spell bills?
What?
So all your money goes to bills. BOOS?
Bills.
Booze.
No, dude, all my money doesn't go to booze. Come on.
Well, no, you have a car payment or two.
I have a truck payment. I have a car payment. I have a motorcycle payment. I have a personal loan. I have savings for a new place. I have savings for school.
Like,
I have
Everything.
fuck. I have gym memberships. I have. Yeah. Like, I need one of those, but yeah. Actually, no, I do have one of those. Here, let me look up what I have. Yeah.
In a very adult move, I
No.
started contributing
Anyway.
to 401k.
I have a bunch of.
Oh, wow.
But no, I mean, all my money does go to bills and debt and shit.
you can really dance.
You can really dance.
Oh, wow. You can really dance.
I feel like
Hey, I
one
wanna-
time we should just like.
What the fuck were you doing? Were you just sniffing it?
He does it all the time. He's been doing this all the time.
Right, well, anyway.
Well, you're
I'm curious
constantly
about something.
breathing
Hey,
on this thing. And I'm like,
Douglas, so you know I'm dipping out going south.
yeah.
And after the pup passes, I'm going to do van life, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to be gone for a few years on the road, full time. After I do that, like I said, I do want to foster and adopt, but I also want to have a dream house, right? Mm-hmm. I realize that I can't find the house I want on the land that I want, in the area that I want, so I'm going to have to buy the land and build the house.
Right.
Right? Land is a bitch. It's so expensive. Like, I was in Lancaster County today, and I'm like, dude, I love this area.
This area.
Oh, it's so expensive. But down south, if you're buying 10 acres, it's in fucking marshes, and you can't build much of a house there unless it's on stilts. And that's, I want a farmhouse, yeah. But because of this, I was looking all over the country, just shits and giggles, just to see what land is and where it is. You know,
So there's some really good priced land in various places.
I was looking all out west, in like New Mexico, for one example. You're going to be like an hour outside the city.
I heard there's a lot of good land out there in New Mexico.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could, 10 acres. You want to guess how much?
10,000.
10 grand. 10 acres for 10 grand. Chunks of it. And I'm thinking, as within that investor mindset, buy the 10 acres. Now, mind you, it doesn't have any utilities.
No, you'd have to pay to have those taken out
But
there.
you gotta imagine, all of that, I can't imagine it costs much more than 90, right?
And you could start off grid.
Get a solar, because I used to work in solar. I would gladly put a big ass solar, and there's no trees.
And I can get you a cow for $1 a day.
Have you looked at
I
the
like
zoning
cows.
out there?
I want a Jersey cow. They're cute.
What crops are you growing out in New
And
Mexico?
they're good milk. Yeah, so, well, I'm not trying to do crops, but
A big lump with nubs.
anyway, I don't get the reference.
I couldn't imagine more beautiful.
Clearly out of date.
Get on TikTok, you old man.
I fuck TikTok.
That's
Old man
what
habits?
his old man habits.
Yeah.
Fuck TikTok. Anyway, so
Anyways,
hear me out.
But you're popular on TikTok. You don't even know it.
If we're talking about homesteading,
I don't want to
now,
be famous. I don't.
You're gonna be famous.
Unless it pays me $1 million, I don't want to be famous.
So let's keep at it.
That's it. That's all you want.
Call Joe Rogan.
It's a mill. Oh god.
I'll fight Joe Rogan for $1 million. I'll get my ass beat. That man has some amazing. He's got
say it
opinions.
into the camera.
He's got opinions. I would.
Go on his podcast.
He and I would probably get along though. He's got opinions, but so do I. And I would love to work with him doing martial arts. That man has a beautiful spinning back kick. That's traditional karate. That man is. I would love to train with him. That would be an honor. Anyway, besides the point. So, 10 acres for $10,000. Put a big ass solar array. You're probably gonna drop 30 on the solar, right? And I would have that off the roof, on the side, facing fucking west. That alone will power the entire house. I know that. I've done this. I've inspected this shit. I know 30 grand will get, broken shoulder, will get you a decent array, right? It'll probably get you 30 grand. That would get you probably close to 50 panels. Depending, well, in a couple years, probably closer to 30. But anyway, you get this solar array, right? You'd have to put the sewer and all that shit in it, right? But if you built a desirable house, now the house I want, wraparound porch, farmhouse, nobody wants those anymore. I do. But if you built one of those fancy dancy modern houses that people like, you could sell that bitch for $1 million. You'd be all in for 300, right? Maybe 4. You sell it for $1 million, and you got all these wealthy douchebags from New York City who want to be cowboys and move out west. You see where I'm thinking? Like,
It depends. I'd have to actually see the land and do some more research if that were the case.
The land is dry as fuck, but you could plant crops.
You'd have to really do a lot of care for the soil first.
Depending where it's at. Depending on what part of New Mexico. Some of that land is, like, if you're on Eagle's Nest, beautiful land.
I spent my whole weekend looking at homesteading videos. Whole weekend.
I do this every day. I got issues.
Well, yeah. And speaking of, like...
Are you still looking to get, like, a giant piece of land?
Yes.
Somewhere?
Yes, but I'd still have to stay around here.
That's fine.
Good luck with that. You'll have to go far out of the area. Not Lancaster County, that's for damn certain. How much land would you go on? Let's revisit that topic, because we haven't talked about it in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, like, there's a variety of places I'd be willing to look, but
Like where?
overall, because of the things I want to do in the long term, I want to stay local. I have no problem getting a secondary home anywhere in the country, like, just generically speaking. But as far as the long term goals I have, a lot of them are focused in this area. But yes.
Well, let me ask you this though: what area are you trying to get into, and how much are you trying to spend? I mean,
I won't know that until
on the land itself.
I won't know until I go to look.
You got to know before you look, though. You got to have a budget for the land.
Nope. I'm refusing to look in general.
What was your goal date? 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2025
And it
is
could
when
change.
I tend to start looking.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it could change so.
That's why, like, I refuse to sit here and look, because I'm like, prices could triple. They could be cut in
You
half.
don't want to go planning for one thing and have it be something else.
And here's the thing: come that time frame, like, I plan to ask everybody that's ever shown interest in this, and if they're ready, cool. We will join forces, create a legal trust, have the trust purchase the land, yada yada. And if it just is me, then it's just me. But that is my goal: is to
We
start
might
looking.
partner up with you on that. That's like my dream.
I mean, okay, all right, but you got to know how much acreage. That's something. Come on, you got to know the
It would
acreage.
depend on how many people were part of it.
That's just it. Like, if
And
it's
how
just
many
An acre per
acres
person.
per-
An acre
No.
per person
We have to have at least 2.
I want a minimum
2 to 3.
of 5.
Yeah.
per person.
If it's just me,
You
I
and me.
want a minimum of 5.
Well, clearly you and I. And I want,
If you're ready at that point.
I want 5 or 10. Well, no, I'll be fucking on the road at that point. I might just in 2025. I'll probably just be finishing van life.
I'd have this like 100 acres of land, and then I'd have like one parking spot paved for your van. Be like, this is Tim's.
This is Tim's spot.
I'm okay with
Put a
that.
sign there, Tim's
I'm okay with
spot.
that. Look, honestly, when I'm gonna be on the road for a couple years if everything goes right, and then by the time I finish van life, I should be around 35 or maybe a little bit past 35, and that's when I'm gonna literally try to buy a house somewhere because at that point I've seen everything.
And you'd adopt them?
Shortly thereafter, yeah.
But see, like, I'm cool totally.
I'd foster shortly thereafter. Probably a year after. I'd settle down, buy a house, whatever, and then probably 6 months to a year after I settle down, I'd start to foster.
But
and
here's
then
the
go from
thing,
there.
though. Like, once I find the land and see who's in on it, and all that's decided, pricing,
Minimum
everything.
of 15 acres.
Like, once that's all decided, then I'm like, then it's just getting it, purchasing the land and having ownership of it.
You know, it's so funny because somebody asked me the other day, like, what do you want to do with your life? Like, what kind of career do you want? And I was like, none. None
You
of
know,
that.
honestly-
I would like to stay home and be the stay-at-home lady with the little homestead. I want to bake bread and grow stuff and make
Question.
dinner and all that kind of crap.
Do you want more wooded or more farmland?
You definitely want trees.
I
You
want wooded.
trees.
Wooded. Here's 74 acres for $485,000 in Duncannon.
Because trees can
Done.
always.
Well, you know what I'm thinking about though? Yeah, oh yeah, you call a logging company as long as it profits them more than the
It's
work.
just the trees can always be taken
Yeah.
down, but then the 2 steps to that is if they're taken down and you get the land done properly, you can also then rent that out to farmers
Yeah.
if it's a
Okay.
field. That's
74
most farmland around here is
wooded.
not owned; it is rented.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Zoom in.
But you definitely don't want to buy land that doesn't have a single tree on it. You
No.
definitely want.
I want trees
This
because
is-
number one,
oh,
it's
this is a
gonna
creek.
water.
This is a creek. This is deer. This is mountains. This is a mountain. Yeah, that's fucking gorgeous.
For
Up in
Duncannon,
Duncannon, yeah.
yeah.
Well, the reason I'm not buying for another couple years, but the reason I look at this is because it gives me an idea of what type of housing is in what type of area. And yes, the price and the markets may change, but the housing where it's located and the pricing in general will change, but the
Also-
location prices won't. Look at Charleston, South Carolina. That's just going to keep going up compared to shithole of York,
Keep moving
Pennsylvania.
there, it's more in demand.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The demand areas, that's not going to change. Major cities and popular small towns, they're
No.
going to constantly get more and more. Lidditz, Lancaster County.
I feel like you're gonna want something that's not too far away,
Correct.
but not too far in. either.
Within
You want
driving
it
distance of like
balanced,
an
yeah.
hour or so of this area.
yeah.
Especially like if you need.
You have
to
all of
house
Carlisle.
things, yeah,
Shippensburg.
and you still have the kids. All that kind of crap.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, my.
I just really like.
Dude, she's so fucking good.
Tangerine.
Don't creep. No, that's not. You're close, but no. He's gonna look it up on the video now.
There we go.
No, like, look at what she drew. That's on our iPad, though.
Ain't nobody gonna look up your lady.
No,
He fucking will. Yeah, exactly.
not like on the right hyper day, but.
I mean, I would too if I was nosy enough. I just...
All right, it's
Now,
eight.
what are the
It's
places-
8:28. What are we doing?
We'll use this to wrap up.
Okay.
And mainly because literally we covered the follow up. We didn't even get into any of our like.
This is a good episode, though. We got a lot of like
Wasn't
good
bad.
talk.
We got a
Yeah.
lot of shit to cut
There's
out.
a lot like serious topics, but
Sorry. Oh well, I like the serious
I know.
topics.
Yeah,
I enjoy
I
the
think-
conversation of
yeah.
it. Don't get
Thank
me wrong.
you.
As long as
but-
you keep things moving and you're not too.
This
random
was
with
a
it.
good one.
But no, of all the places, like, there's a lot of places that you can look at land. One of the places that we've considered. Oh,
She who shall not be named.
you good, babe?
Did we wake you up?
Go pee. It's okay. Come on,
Edit that out.
come on, babe. I got you.
Don't stare at her. Jeez.
I want to go home.
Like it's messed up.
Leave her alone.
I was gonna come in and tickle your piggy toes.
He was gonna come cuddle you.
I was gonna come cuddle you.
I fell asleep and I didn't need to.
You need to. I'm good. But no, like, so with her and I, we've talked, and I'm like, I don't see it being feasible while the kids are young. But honestly, we were looking at like the PA Grand Canyon, Wellsboro.
Oh, that's up there.
That's where she grew up. Like,
Why not somewhere
Beautiful.
halfway? Because that's a bit out there.
I don't have interest in the halfway point. It's like Williamsport.
Fair enough.
Like, yes, there's a lot of land around Williamsport, don't get me wrong. But one that's sentimental to her, that's one of my favorite places to go at least once a year. So if I'm there, I'll obviously be running around a lot more. But it still does not center around the career I want.
You need to have a guest room for me.
He has a guest plot for you.
I'll take that too.
Well,
Have,
wherever we buy land, like,
have like
we're
a
either
separate
probably gonna have to
cabin.
remodel like an old farm for the size of our family.
Yeah.
Or build fresh. And if there's no property on it at all, I'm cool throwing a double wide down
We were
temporarily.
talking about that the other day too. Buy the land, put a trailer on it, just temporarily build the house.
Yo, I was in Lancaster today. I passed several. I actually looked up online the websites for these companies. Several of those, Amish built homes. Patriot Homes and Clancy Homes, I think it was called. But you look,
Like the main
Yeah.
you pass these and it's like they're really nice. Like they're double wides, but they're nice.
People underestimate
You go in
the shit out of
you
them.
go in the inside of them and you wouldn't realize you're in a fucking trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And if you find a nice property, you slap one of those somewhere on the property until you get your dream house
You
built
can even use it for
and then
other
rent
stuff.
Airbnb
Yep.
if you're in a popular area, Airbnb that shit out. That you could Airbnb that motherfucker for a
Or
lot
use
of money.
it for a studio, or use it for whatever. Yeah.
Just rent it out, yeah.
But speaking of
Oh boy.
the PA Grand Canyon, I know you took a trip there, and
I
I just
did.
took
Never
a trip
been.
right after you. But I know, like, we just took a trip up there.
Yeah.
And got to see a ton of the foliage.
Wasn't it beautiful?
Uh,
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what was your favorite part of your birthday weekend? But instead, we can figure that out on the next episode of Thoughts of Mad Men.
Fucking hate when you talk. Even when I know it's coming, I hate it.
I mean, I know you like to know when it's coming.
Jesus Christ. Why'd you say
You said everything
it?
that I say.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you for listening. Tune in to the next episode in 2 weeks of Thoughts of Mad Men.
Oh my god, I do have better hair than you do.
Out of here.